The week of December 30th to January 3rd promises to deliver explosive drama on Days of Our Lives as Holly Jonas becomes entangled in a high-stakes situation involving Tate Black and Sophia Choy. This storyline is set to unravel in ways that will have fans on the edge of their seats, exploring themes of betrayal, young love, and the consequences of secrecy. It all begins with Tate Black's secretive behavior. Tate tells his family that he's heading to California to visit his grandparents, but his true intentions are far more sinister. In reality, he's orchestrating a plan to force Sophia Choy out of Salem to terminate her pregnancy, a move that shocks even those who know Tate's capacity for manipulation. Enter Holly Jonas, a compassionate and headstrong young woman who stumbles upon Tate's plan and refuses to let it slide. Holly's discovery begins innocently enough. She overhears a suspicious conversation that doesn't sit right with her, prompting her to dig deeper. As she connects the dots, she realizes the truth behind Tate's trip and the lengths he's willing to go to control Sophia's life. Holly's moral compass won't allow her to stay silent. She confronts Tate, and when he dismisses her concerns, she takes matters into her own hands. Holly's bravery leads her to Sophia, who is unaware of the full extent of Tate's plot. During a heart-to-heart, Sophia admits her pregnancy, and Holly's compassion shines through. Knowing how important it is to have support during such a vulnerable time, Holly urges Sophia to confide in her mother, Amy Choy. But the revelation isn't without consequences. Amy is blindsided by the news and must grapple with the emotions of learning her daughter is pregnant while also dealing with the betrayal of someone trying to take that choice away from her. Amid the chaos, Holly finds solace in an unexpected encounter with Doug Williams III. The pair cross paths when Holly, emotionally drained from the day's events, needs someone to talk to. Doug, always the gentleman, listens attentively and offers words of comfort. Their shared moment of vulnerability creates a bond between them, sparking what could become a burgeoning romance. The connection between Holly and Doug doesn't go unnoticed by those around them. While Holly appreciates Doug's support, the spark between them raises questions about how their relationship might evolve in the coming weeks. Doug's calm and steady presence provides Holly with the grounding she needs, and their chemistry hints at a love story in the making. This week's drama is a poignant reminder of the importance of choice, the complexities of relationships, and the power of standing up for what's right. Holly Jonas proves herself as a force to be reckoned with, unafraid to challenge the status quo and fight for justice. As Salem's young generation navigates these turbulent waters, viewers can expect emotional confrontations, unexpected alliances, and the potential for new beginnings. With so much at stake, Days of Our Lives fans won't want to miss a single episode of this riveting storyline. As the new year unfolds, Holly, Tate, Sophia, and Doug's lives will intertwine in ways that will leave a lasting impact on Salem and its residents. Days of Our Lives can look forward to a particularly tense series of events that revolve around E.J. DiMera, Arnold Feniger, Rafe Hernandez, and Jada Hunter. From surprising deceptions to startling impersonations, it looks like Salem is about to be shaken to its core once again. The illustrious E.J. DiMera, known for his shrewd nature and commanding presence, finds himself in a predicament that could jeopardize his reputation and test his loyalty. Though E.J. prides himself on maintaining order in the DiMera household, it seems he will become entangled in Arnold Feniger's web of troubles. Initially, E.J. believes he can handle Arnold's crises one at a time. After all, he's used to dealing with complex situations in the DiMera empire. But as the problems pile up, E.J. realizes that there may be more at stake here than just damage control. Sources suggest that Arnold is no ordinary troublemaker. Whatever plan he has up his sleeve is said to put E.J. in a position where he either has to betray his core principles or cut a deal he might regret later. Fans can expect tense standoffs, whispered confessions, and a heavy dose of DiMera family drama as E.J. attempts to navigate these murky waters. Will E.J. succeed in turning the tables on Arnold, or is Arnold's brand of chaos too formidable even for a DiMera? Stay tuned, because the fallout from this conflict has the potential to cascade across Salem, pulling other major players into the fray. In typical Salem fashion, the intrigue doesn't end with E.J.'s dilemma. Arnold's next big move involves none other than Rafe Hernandez, who's never been one to shy away from a fight. Rafe's strong moral compass and law enforcement background often pit him against anyone who dares threaten peace in Salem. This time, though, Arnold's scheme appears to be far more personal, and far more cunning, than a simple confrontation. Reportedly, Arnold stages a situation so carefully orchestrated that Rafe has no choice but to confront him head-on. The confrontation will be a tense standoff in which only one can win, according to insiders. Given Rafe's tendency to put duty and honor first, many might assume he'd come out on top. Yet rumors indicate that Arnold somehow turns the tables on Rafe, leaving the dedicated police officer reeling in the aftermath. The question remains: how exactly does Arnold secure this victory? And what consequences will Rafe have to face now that he's been outmaneuvered? Just when things couldn't get more complicated, Arnold reveals a plan that's bound to send shockwaves through Salem. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Arnold has set his sights on tricking Jada Hunter by employing a jaw-dropping impersonation. Somehow, Arnold manages to pass himself off as Rafe. This ruse comes to light when Jada, who is typically observant and has a keen sense for detecting deception, senses that something about Rafe is off. Jada can't quite put her finger on it at first. She notices the slight shift in Rafe's demeanor, his unusual expressions, and a new sharpness in his tone. It's subtle, something only someone intimately familiar with Rafe's habits would catch. And yet, those small discrepancies are enough to leave Jada feeling uneasy and suspicious. Could the friend, colleague, or confidant she's been interacting with really be someone else entirely? As her suspicions about Rafe's identity deepen, Jada finds herself in a perilous position. She either trusts her instinct and exposes the imposter or risks brushing off her growing unease. The situation intensifies when she recalls that Arnold had confronted Rafe earlier in a battle of wits and secrets. If Arnold's intention is to create chaos within the Salem PD or turn Rafe's allies against him, then Jada's discovery could be the linchpin in unraveling Arnold's entire operation. But how will Jada go about confirming her suspicions without putting herself in danger? Is there a chance that Rafe himself is being held captive somewhere, or has Arnold found a cunning way to manipulate Rafe into an unwilling accomplice? The answers to these questions could change everything for Jada, and for Salem, once the truth comes to light. The fallout from Arnold's impersonation of Rafe promises to be nothing short of explosive. Should Jada manage to unmask him, she will likely find herself in the crosshairs of Arnold's wrath. Moreover, the reveal could have dire ramifications for E.J. Demara's delicate situation, especially if Arnold uses E.J.'s struggle as a distraction to further his own ends. With E.J. already neck-deep in Arnold's troubles, any additional layer of betrayal or deception could completely unravel E.J.'s carefully built defenses. There's also the question of how the real Rafe will react once he realizes he's been impersonated. Known for his stoic but passionate sense of justice, Rafe won't take kindly to someone wearing his face. If he manages to regain control of the situation, there could be a dramatic showdown between the real Rafe and Arnold. And if Rafe feels betrayed by those who couldn't tell him from the imposter, emotional fallout might spark new alliances or irreparable rifts among the residents of Salem. As is often the case in Salem, no secret stays buried for long. With Arnold's impersonation scheme in full swing, E.J.'s precarious balancing act of trying to handle Arnold's troubles, and Jada's building suspicion, it's only a matter of time before everything converges in a spectacular reveal. Loyal viewers know that Days of Our Lives thrives on the interplay of hidden identities, double crosses, and the tangled webs characters weave to protect themselves or gain the upper hand. Will E.J. outsmart Arnold before his reputation and his family's legacy take a permanent hit? Can Rafe reclaim his rightful place and restore order, or will the damage caused by Arnold's impersonation have lasting effects on his relationships and career? And finally, will Jada prove to be the key player who unravels Arnold's plan, or will she become Arnold's next pawn? Johnny DeMera will soon find himself in a moment of vulnerability on Days of Our Lives, and his encounter with Abe Carver promises to be a pivotal one. Abe, with his signature wisdom and fatherly demeanor, will offer Johnny both sympathy and guidance. Johnny has been through his fair share of emotional turmoil recently, and Abe's advice could help him navigate the complex dynamics of his life. Whether Johnny takes that advice to heart or continues to struggle with his inner demons remains to be seen, but their interaction will likely strike an emotional chord with viewers. Meanwhile, Alex Kyriakis is gearing up for a New Year's Eve that's bound to be memorable, though perhaps not for the reasons he'd hope. With Stephanie Johnson already planning to ring in the new year on the arm of Philip Kyriakis, Alex finds himself scrambling for a date. His solution? Convincing Joy Wesley to accompany him. However, this plan may backfire spectacularly, especially when Philip seizes the opportunity to turn up the heat with Stephanie. During the festivities, Philip will share a passionate kiss with Stephanie, deliberately doing so in front of Alex. This public display of affection is sure to ignite Alex's simmering jealousy. It's undeniable that Alex and Stephanie still harbor deep feelings for each other. Despite their attempts to move on, their unresolved emotions often bubble to the surface, manifesting as jealousy and impulsive decisions. This New Year's Eve could mark a turning point, as their lingering love and complicated history become impossible to ignore. Will Alex's attempts to make Stephanie jealous with Choy push her further into Philip's arms, or will it rekindle a spark that neither can deny? Elsewhere in Salem, passion will take center stage as JJ Devereaux and Gabby Hernandez explore their burgeoning relationship. JJ, who has been quietly rebuilding his life, and Gabby, always the firecracker, seem to have found a surprising yet undeniable connection. Their New Year's Eve promises to be filled with romance and intensity as they share a night together. This isn't just a fleeting hookup. JJ and Gabby are beginning to develop a deeper bond, one that's fueled by their mutual understanding and shared sense of adventure. As they ring in the new year, JJ and Gabby will engage in some playful yet meaningful moments that highlight their chemistry. Whether it's a mischievous scheme or a heartfelt confession, their dynamic promises to keep fans intrigued. While Salem's other couples navigate love triangles and jealousy, JJ and Gabby's relationship seems refreshingly straightforward, at least for now. Still, in a town like Salem, drama is never far away, and their connection may soon face challenges of its own. As the holiday season draws to a close, Days of Our Lives is setting the stage for a new year filled with romance, rivalry, and plenty of surprises. Johnny's search for clarity, Alex and Stephanie's tangled emotions, and JJ and Gabby's passionate connection all promise to keep fans on the edge of their seats. Salem's residents may be ringing in the new year, but their lives are anything but settled, ensuring that the drama will continue well into 2024. In the ever-twisting world of Salem, sparks and secrets are flying high, and relationships are teetering on the edge. Belle Black and E.J. DiMera, two strong-willed and fiercely opinionated individuals, find themselves in an increasingly complicated dynamic. Belle will soon reveal a surprising development to E.J., setting the stage for a new round of their witty and biting exchanges. Despite their frequent bickering, it's undeniable that a simmering attraction lies just beneath the surface of their fiery banter. Could this be the beginning of a romantic entanglement, or will their clashing personalities keep them apart? Only time will tell, but the tension between them promises to be as captivating as ever. Meanwhile, trouble is brewing between Johnny DiMera and Chanel Dupree DiMera. Their relationship has been fraught with ups and downs, but recent events seem to have pushed their connection to the brink. Chanel, fed up with Johnny's evasiveness and attitude, is determined to get to the bottom of his behavior. She'll finally confront Johnny, demanding to know why he's been so distant and hostile toward her. What's driving this rift between them? It's too early to reveal any connections to Johnny's recent one-night stand with Joy Wesley, but the truth may not stay buried for long. For now, it appears Johnny is keeping secrets that are making the situation even more tangled. Chanel might discover that Johnny has been playing dumb about Joy's near departure from Salem, sparking even more questions about his honesty. If Chanel learns that EJ tried to bribe Joy into leaving town and that Johnny knew about it, her anger could reach a boiling point. Betrayal runs deep, and Chanel won't take kindly to being caught in a web of lies and manipulation. Johnny, desperate to maintain his facade, may resort to spinning yet another story to cover his tracks. However, every new lie only makes his situation more precarious, and it's only a matter of time before the truth comes crashing down. Chanel's determination to uncover the real story will test Johnny's ability to keep his secrets hidden, creating a dramatic and high-stakes conflict. After her heated clash with Johnny, Chanel will seek solace and advice from her mother, Paulina Price. Paulina has always been a fierce advocate for her daughter and will undoubtedly have strong opinions about Johnny's behavior. Will Paulina's involvement escalate the drama further, or will she help Chanel find a way to navigate the emotional turmoil? One thing is certain. Paulina's presence is sure to add another layer of intrigue to this unfolding storyline. Meanwhile, Joy Wesley's role in all of this cannot be underestimated. Although she's trying to stay out of the drama, her recent interactions with Johnny have already caused ripples in the tight-knit community of Salem. Joy's decision to almost leave town, coupled with the potential influence of EJ's bribe, places her at the center of a tangled web. How much longer can Choy remain a passive participant before being drawn fully into the chaos? Additionally, EJ's schemes to manipulate Choy reveal just how far he's willing to go to protect the Demara name and his family's interests. This underhanded attempt to control the situation could have lasting repercussions, not just for EJ but for Johnny and Chanel as well. The question remains, will EJ's interference strengthen Johnny's resolve to make his own decisions, or will it deepen the rift between father and son? Chanel's alliance with Paulina might also pave the way for larger consequences in Salem. Paulina, never one to back down from a fight, could leverage her resources and influence to confront EJ directly, escalating tensions between the Price and Demara families. Such a confrontation would be explosive, with both sides unwilling to back down. Paulina's fierce maternal instincts and EJ's ruthless drive for control make for a volatile mix, setting the stage for an unforgettable clash.